recording. And so good evening all. Thank you for being in here. My name is Ojuga Junwa, co-founder at Right Track Consulting. Today is a brief coaching session where I'm talking about how to transfer those current skills you have now to earn money as a remote worker. You know, we'll see what a remote worker is. We'll see how you can actually start doing this. Even if you're working somewhere, it doesn't mean, you know, you're going to jeopardize your work, because you can work across time zones, you know, and all of that. So that's what today's session is all about. We are glad to have you participate. We want you to share a bit about yourself. You could use the chat, or you could actually use your microphone. If you raise your hand, you know, I would see you use your microphone, and I would come back on video later so that we can just stick to the content. So who goes first? Please share your name, what you do, your location, and do you currently work remotely? Then if you're on LinkedIn, you can share your LinkedIn handle too, so that we can all connect with you, you know, and encourage each other. So who wants to go first? Wilson, you came in first, so you go first.
Okay, I should use my voice.
Yes, anything. If you want to use your hands to type too.
Okay, no problem. My name is Wilson Inalegu. I currently work in the development sector.
Okay.
I'm in Malawi right now. Hope to be back June or July.
Wow.
I'm based in Abuja.
Okay.
I'm based in Abuja, and I want to learn. I don't work currently remotely. I've been thinking of it since this COVID came up. So this is an opportunity to learn. I will share my LinkedIn handle in the chat space.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you so much for being in here. Okay, so
Ugoma,
you will go next. In fact, Ugoma is my sister-in-law. Ugoma, thanks for being in here. I hope she can hear us. This is her first meeting here, and I'm not sure her microphone is on. Please unmute, introduce yourself.
Well, my name is Ugoma Ajonwa. I'm based in Port Harcourt. Okay. Currently, I've not really gone through the program much, but I'm very much interested in it, and I hope to make out something out of it.
That's the best thing. Thank you, Ugoma. All right, so Wahab, you can introduce yourself, and then we kickstart the meeting.
Okay, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
My name is Lawal Wahab from Niger State.
Wow.
I'm a teacher, and I'm also into EdTech.
Okay. That's beautiful. Thank you for being here. Do you work remotely, or you work where you work? Do you work remotely, Wahab?
Partially, we do some trainings online.
Okay, that's beautiful. So
because apart from school where I teach, I'm the training manager of our company, Alikma Technology Services.
Okay, that's beautiful.
We train teachers on the use of technology online most times.
Beautiful. So you're in the right place. Well done.
Yeah, come on.
Okay, so let me talk a little bit about our organization. Right Track, we were founded in 2008. We're a consulting firm, a management consulting firm, and our portfolio ranges from working with individuals, small businesses, multinationals, the public sector, and non-governmental agencies. So we have various services, as you can see, you know, and all of that. And we also implement customized software for organizations, especially EdTech software, you know, for people that want to like digitally transform what they are doing currently, you know, and so on. We also train a lot, you know, in various subject areas, soft skills, certification, exam prep, You know, some of them have international exams that you need to write, you know, to be globally relevant in your industry. So you could find us online on that website. My own name is Oju Gajunwa. I'm a wife and mom to lovely children. I don't want to say the number of children. I'm a co-founder at BrightTrack for the past 14 years, and I have built a portfolio career. What do I mean by portfolio career? You saw me state that we do several things. So most of those several things, I have, you know, cognate information and knowledge and experience on it. So I could move from being a project manager to a trainer, to a consultant, to a speaker, you know, and so on. My roles have been in project management, consulting, training, IT software implementation, digital marketing, and event management. I've authored some books, Content to Currency, Lessons Learned Managing Projects in Nigeria, and with other project managers across the world. We wrote a book titled A Day in the Life of a Project Manager. The two books, Lessons Learned and A Day in the Life of a Project Manager, they are all available on Amazon. I'm a Cherry Blair Foundation mentor. So I mentor people that want to start businesses, especially females, you know, because females have this thing, you know, we need a lot of support to do quite a lot. And I speak globally, locally. I'm a first-hand technology enthusiast. You know, I love anything technology because of what technology can do in today's world. So technology in today's world has gone mainstream. Someone can be in Kafanchan, you know, Mount Kilimanjaro, as far as there is a Wi-Fi near them, you know, they can actually work and live, you know, successfully. And we live in a largely virtual world. Like Wilson said, you know, the pandemic, someone says who hastened digital transformation, digital adoption? It was the pandemic. People were forced to, you know, let me just use the word, go into their hiding spaces. You know, we went back to our caves, to being the cavemen, you know, and guess what? We still had to work. And thank God for technologies, you know, that are available out there that were able to help us do our work and continue living, you know, and all of that. And even though all of this has eased out, you know, people are adopting virtual. In fact, a lot of organizations, I think there was this organization that told me just a month ago that for the past 2 years, they were working virtually, and they just told them a month ago to come back to the office, you know. So you see, a lot of people are already used to it. You know, and even when they come back to the office, they may not be working like Monday to Friday, going every day. You could make it flexible. So that was not obtainable before, but, you know, in today's world, like I said, it's largely virtual and a lot has happened. You can connect with me on both LinkedIn and Instagram. I love those two spaces and, you know, what I do there. I'm also on Facebook as well. So thank you for being in here. Over to the program. So we're going to be going really fast. Please get your journals ready. In the next 20-25 minutes, we should be done, and you should have taken away a lot of transformative information that if you practicalize, you know, you would find results. So what do we mean by remote work? This is the practice of people working, doing their jobs from a location that is not the office, you know. So you're not in the office. You could be working at home, at a co-working space, in a private office, in your home office, you know, in a campus, you know, wherever you may be. As far as there's Wi-Fi, you have internet, you have your device, you can be able to work. So work is now seen and accepted as a mainstream. Working remotely is now seen and accepted as a mainstream business model. So the adoption of remote work, it has been growing. If you see this chart from 2020 to 2021, there was a lot of growth, you know, within these months, you know, across Nigeria. I know some of us may not be in Nigeria listening to the replay, you know, and Wilson is outside of Nigeria right now. It may not be growing at those rates. It may even be faster in those places. So I want this to be interactive. Do you work remotely currently? I know some of us just entered. Joshua, thank you for being in here. Thank you for being in here. Do you work remotely? Yes, no, yes, no. Use the chat. You can type in here so that I'm sure we can all see us and hear. Okay, Wilson says yes. Interesting. Okay, so we'll go on. As your responses come in, we'll take a look at it. So some fascinating remote work statistics. 55% of businesses globally offer some capacity for remote work. So you see, people are now getting used to it. 18% of the workforce telecommute on a full-time basis. That means it's just a small portion. Then 77% of telecommuters report being more productive. People that work remotely, they say, oh, I can concentrate, I can do my work. 37% of remote workers say the best way to boost productivity is to take regular breaks, so that you're not, losing your focus. Then 30% of telecommuters save upwards of, in the US, up to $5,000 a year. And imagine in the facilities that people don't come to, so there is not a lot of use on the facility. So repairs and all of that may not be happening for those organizations that would adopt remote work. $11,000 is how much companies save annually for each employee. Have you seen that works remotely half-time? People who work remotely, they earn $4,000 more. Remember, you're saving on fuel, you're saving on your car repairs, wear and tear, and so on. 99% of remote workers want to continue telecommuting in the future. That means people love it. People want to work from home. 90% of remote workers would recommend working remotely to a friend. So these are some interesting stats that I felt we should share, and all of that. So even though many companies allow their staff to work remotely before the pandemic hit the world, it became the new norm after that. So as the pandemic spread, it forced everyone to get into lockdown. Businesses were left with no other option because you can't move around, but to work online. So because of it, there has been a drastic increase in the number of remote workers lately. So we see new types of jobs come out that you can just do remotely. We don't need to see your face, to do the work. Transferable skills are exactly what they sound like. The skills that you would use in every job, no matter the title or the field. You could even be a doctor, and guess what? You have transferable skills of having excellent customer service. You can really handle customers. You can talk to people. You just have this, superpower that when you talk to people, they respond to you. You can transfer that skill to another job. I'm not saying a doctor here should do that. I'm just using that as an example. So some transferable skills can also be hard skills like coding, data analysis, technical skills, and even soft skills. We sometimes tend to think skills need to be really hard. Soft skills like communication, relationship building, they are also important, and you can actually transfer them to some work that you're doing remotely. Do you know that abroad have been, sorry, I think someone is.
You won't call on WhatsApp.
Sorry,
no, this one on a real call. This one on WhatsApp.
Sorry, someone needs to mute.
Mr. Alpha, are you busy?
Okay, so I've done the muting. Sorry about that. So like I was saying, transferable skills, any skill that you have currently that you can use in so many places. And as I was saying, abroad, outside of Africa, you see a lot of people do more than one job. I think it's just, I don't know whether it's just our culture here. People just do maybe even an 8 to 4 or 8 to 2, and that is the end. And it doesn't really work like that. You can actually, some of those extra hours, you can actually put in some 2 hours, you know, to work remotely. So that's the aim of this, to encourage us that, you know, you can actually work remotely, you know, even if you're working currently somewhere else. Talatu, thanks for being in here. Ade BC, thank you for being in here. So we're talking about remote work using your current transferable skills, you know, and we said some of these skills are what you have already. You don't need to work like, you know, 40-hour work week to work remotely. You could give someone 10 hours of your time, 20 hours of your time, and so on. So these are some 21st century skills, you know, that are so key that you should have, you know, and some of them include critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, communication. You see, we've been talking about communication. If you have great communication skills, you know, you can transfer that to some remote work out there. Information literacy, media literacy, technology literacy, being able to even use simple tools like Zoom now, for instance, using your email platforms, using social media platforms, you know, you can actually transfer these skills to other jobs. Flexibility, leadership, being able to take initiative, productivity skills, you know, social skills, you can transfer them to jobs. You know, there are so many jobs out there. Other notable skills, being able to listen. Listening is a skill that we're losing these days, you know. A lot of people are unable to listen, but when you listen closely, you could get some information that you may not have gotten, and you know, in any other way. Then computer skills, you know, being able to use your system, you know, the tools on your system, attention to details, writing, adaptability, project management, general management. So these are some skills. I'm sure if we ask us in the room, some of those 21st century skills that I mentioned, you know, you may have it, you may already have it. You know, it's part of what you learned at work, you know, and all of that. So guess what? You can, you know, use them on a new job. Not that you're leaving your old job, but you can use them, you know, on that remote job that you use your Wi-Fi and your tech devices to do. So this is a first pro tip. Audit your skills. You know, sometimes we don't know how far we've gone. Audit all the skills you have. List out what you can transfer to some other job. You know, so some of us, we need to go back after today, look at our CVs, you know, and make CVs. You know, when we had this on WhatsApp, you know, and I told them, make new CVs that highlight your transferable skills. So that's pro tip 2. After auditing, go to your CV, highlight new skills for particular roles. That means you're niching down. You're not just saying, I want any job. You're niching down to tell people, okay, I want to be able to blog for your organization. I want to be able to support your coding efforts, even though I'm remote. Maybe the job is in India and you're somewhere in Jos, you know, Nigeria, and so on. Ensure your CV is up to date. I shared these sites, you know, so you can take a screenshot of places that stand out for you. So this is so beautiful. Resume.com, Resume Genius, Perfect, My Perfect Resume, Cake Resume. They use artificial intelligence. Once you tell them the type of role, maybe you're looking for customer service role or operations manager role or supervisory role, they would use the language that supervisors, operational managers, project managers would use on their CVs. So make sure that you're making, one CV does not cut it all when you want to work remotely, because you may find a role that you can actually transfer skills, but you need to make sure your CV is niched down. This is a very important thing. niche down your CV for the roles. Before you go, we'll talk about the remote jobs platforms where you can actually get these jobs, fill out your profiles, get the jobs, but you need your CV to be updated. So do some jobs when you land on those social sites that we're going to list so that you can have some social proof. Do some jobs for free so that you gain social proof, and also some at a lower rate, so that, because you know that there could be quite a lot of people looking for the same job. It may not happen all the time if you see the job on time, you know, so be able to bid for lower rates and be able to do some for free, you know, so that people can rate you and refer you. So those are the secrets of working remotely. Are we getting anything? If you are, I usually like interactive sessions. Please put a yes in the comment, or one if you're getting something. Are you getting something? Remember we said screenshot this particular one, update your resume. You can have 3 resumes that belong to you where you do several things. You're not doing the same thing you do at your regular job. That's the aim of what we are sharing today. Make 3 versions of who you are, the skills you can transfer, and you'll be so surprised what you would find. Okay, Talatu Wilson says yes. So this is where we've been looking for. Do I roll the drums? Drum roll. So where can you find remote work? Where can you find remote work? On LinkedIn. I told some of us to share our LinkedIn handles. You can still share them in here if you haven't, you know, so that we can connect with you. Share your LinkedIn handle. So LinkedIn is a beautiful place, you know, but you need to have your profiles updated. So once you get into LinkedIn, tell us who you are really. LinkedIn is not like another CV. It's you telling us who you are, what you can bring to the table. You know, who are you? What can you bring to the table? And being able to position and niche yourself to, you know, just like marketers will brand themselves, brand yourself as those skills that you're niching down to, those skills you can transfer. You know, so it's not another CV. You use it to connect, collaborate, like we saw earlier. Then Upwork.com, you can actually take a screen grab, you know, take a screenshot of this, you know, and tag us if you're on my LinkedIn. Let me drop my LinkedIn name. I think you could just search a name and you'll find me on LinkedIn. Tag me, tell me what stood out for you from today's session. There is Upwork.com, there is Appen.com, Respondent.io. And guess what? Sorry, LinkedIn and Upwork, one thing about them is make sure that you niche down, like I said earlier, and then turn on notifications. LinkedIn allows you to turn on notifications, and even when people are looking for specific roles, they can find you, you know, so turn it on, they can find you. And I think there's also something they put in there on your profile picture that you're open to work, so that more people can know and be aware, you know, that you're open to work. Of course, you're using your transferable skills. There is remote.io, freelancer.com, people per hour, ladders, Clickworker. In Nigeria, there is remotework.ng. There is remote.co, indeed.com, really important. When you get into Indeed, just search for work from home opportunities. You know, you find a listing in your country, then you select your country. I think I did a short, you know, a short video on that. Really simple to do. Just create your account on these sites. You know, for Indeed, you can specifically say, I want work from home opportunities. On LinkedIn, work from home opportunities, and you would find them. And there is Angel List. So take a screen grab of this and, you know, go to that later once we are done. There is Hello Ping Pong, Monster.com, FlexibleHubs.com, Jobberman. You know, it's across Africa. They also have /remote, so that you're able to find remote work in Lagos, in Kenya, South Africa, Ghana, you know, Abuja, Kano, and so on. Get work. And then there's Google Jobs. Have we heard of some of these before? Who has heard of some of these before? Lion Bridge. So those are like 20 sites you can get remote jobs. And then if you want to assist someone to work on their business remotely, there's Robot Half, Belay.com, Virtual Vocations, RemoteOK.com, eWorker.co, Scouted.com, Jobs.com. Important one, Fiverr. It's a simple site. What they mean by Fiverr is, you can actually bid for work for $5, and all of that. But of course, you can have higher jobs that you put higher rates on. One former perfection.com. So you can take a screen grab of this as well, so that you can go through it as we move on. Yeah, so we are getting there. Some common remote job roles: accountants, bookkeeper, engineers, teacher, tutor, instructor. You can do any of these on so many sites. Time may not allow me to go into the nitty-gritties. Writer, copywriter, a blogger. People are looking for people to blog on their websites, people to help them with their email marketing. You can consult for people online, virtual assist people online, product review. Some of those sites that we talked about, like Lion Bridge, like append.com, like Clickworker. You see a lot of product reviews. They want people to review their products. If you help them review, they pay for that time and your review, what your feedback is. Coaching, you can coach people. Maybe you know a particular thing. In fact, I've seen people coach on so many things. You can coach on life skills, business skills. You can coach someone to pray. You can coach someone to bake. You can coach someone to cook. You can coach someone to paint. You can coach someone to write. You can coach about anything, online, and that's remote work. Even doing some bit of coaching on Zoom is remote work. So I hope we're getting the drift. Training, transcribing, managing social media accounts for people, especially now that loads of businesses are online. You can do this for 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day, and all of that. Manage videos, audios, podcasts, be the editor for someone's videos on YouTube, their podcast episodes, and so on. So there we go. I hope you found a lot of value. I hope you took the screenshots like I mentioned. So it's question time. It's not a lengthy one, but I hope you got some value. So question time, share your questions, feedback, comments. Let me put on my camera back. Question time, question time. You can turn on your audio or use the chat to type a question you may have. Joshua, do you have a question? DBC, welcome. You guys came in a little bit late. You can put your YouTube handle. Yeah, you can put your YouTube handle in there for us. I think someone just came in, but we're almost done. But he will catch the replay. Taiwo, you're welcome. Okay, so question time. Okay, Wilson, go ahead.
Yeah, Coach. Sorry, I just want to get some clarification. I'm looking at the site that you gave.
Okay.
Is there a difference between where to find remote work and virtual assistant?
Okay, no, what I meant by that are some of them would allow you to be like a bookkeeper, product review and all of that. But when you want to like assist the business, directly, you can go to these places because some businesses list jobs that you can help them with. That's why we separated the two.
Oh, yes. Okay.
I think someone just came in. Taiwo, welcome. You came in a little bit late when we are almost done, but you could just, I'm taking this down so that you can just screen grab Audit your skills, like we said, list out what skills you can transfer, update your CVs. And we said not one CV should cut it when you want to transfer your skills to other jobs. So these are some sites you could, use. You still catch this on replay, and then these are some remote work sites. We have 30 of them. Sign up to the ones that, work for you and what you do. Sign up on them. We'll get the replays so that you can be able to do that. Any other question? Question time. Okay, if there is no question, I would quickly go ahead to wrap up. So we offer virtual assistant remote work online course. The course title is how to set up your virtual assistant business. So you can find that course on our website, and we'd love to see your feedback. We'd love to see your feedback from today's session. Wahab, thank you. How can I go about remote work with my skill? Yes, so some of what you could do is you could sign up on sites for training, and all of that, and offer your service depending on what you train on. Some organizations even want people that can train online on Zoom. So make yourself, like we said, use your LinkedIn. That's one of the first places. Make sure your profile is complete. You put in all the details of the skills you have, and then turn on notifications for people searching for trainers. Say you're open to work and all of that, and you would start gaining traction. And then visit those sites that we put out there. Taiwo, thank you for being in here. Long time, we've not seen your face, Taiwo.
Good evening, ma.
Good evening. Welcome.
Yeah, it's good to be. It's good to be here. I'm sorry, I've not been home. I just got back, so I just connected now.
Okay.
Please, I won't mind if I can get the
replay.
No, not the replay. Yeah, if I can get the replay, or if I can get the slide.
Okay.
So
if you registered, we'll try to send that. Let me note that down.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
All right. So yeah, so you can find the replay, I'm sure, by tomorrow.
Okay.
People coming in a bit late. You can find the replay on our YouTube channel. Once you type in Right Track Consulting, you will see our channel. Just follow the channel, and you'll find the replay by tomorrow evening.
Okay, that will be fine. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, you're welcome. Ugoma, you have a question?
What if somebody wants to go into research and writing work?
Sorry?
The person is not really.
Sorry, I didn't get
I want to go into research. For instance, I would like to go into research and writing.
Beautiful.
And
beautiful.
For now, I'm not yet grounded. Is there any site that can help me, shoot me, and
yes,
help me to
yes, we talked about auditing your skills. Now you've identified some. So just go to number 2. You can screen grab this page, the pro tips. Go to any of these free CV making sites. We told you that the sites would, if you type that you want a CV for a researcher, it would, add things that researchers should have on their CVs, so that when you send it out there, put it on your LinkedIn and things like that, you'll be able to find the opportunities. And then go over to the remote work sites like LinkedIn, Upwork. You should be able to find research work to do for people that may want you to research something for them, and things like that. I hope that answered your question. Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'm seeing Miriam Anche. It seems she's unable to join in completely. Okay, she will get the replay. Who else? Okay, so in the event of no other question, So we were talking about the virtual assistant remote work course. Now, if you're telling yourself, I don't know where to start as a, maybe of someone that offers their services remotely, you can start with this mini course. A lot of people have gone through it successfully, and successfully they've set up, part of what they do to transfer their skills. And one beautiful thing is when you can do that, you can even gather more people, like form a mini agency where if you get jobs, some of your team members, can actually also assist you to do the work. So I'm giving us entrepreneurial ideas today of, some extra things you can do to earn more. So please share your feedback, on this link. Let me type the link in there. Would really, really love your feedback. It's a Google review, on our Google site. Please leave us a review. We would really appreciate that. So I've dropped the link in there. Please take the review. It's a simple one. You can just drop us a 1 line, 1 minute, and all of that. Chat with us on WhatsApp if you need extra support or you have further questions. Thank you so, so much for participating. And before we end it, we'd also love you to join our remote work hub on Facebook. It's called the VA Hub Community. So just to make it simple for us again, I will just type in the link into the comments and allow us to, pull the links and visit it after we are done, or once you find some time, because I know some may still be on the road. Join the community. You'll find a lot of help, a lot of support videos in there. And then if you're telling yourself, okay, I would love to be matched with remote employers, someone that may need my service, he or she is not even in my location. We have a directory, that we help people to, it's actually free for now. So you can just go to VA service form. So I've dropped 3 important links: VA service form, and drop your skills. Tell us what skills you can transfer, whether you're someone that has tech skills or general skills. And once we find a match, we'll send that employer to you and you have a conversation with them and then take it up from there. So thank you so much. I don't want this to be extra lengthy. We spent more time than I planned, but I think it was a good one. Thank you for being in here, and do have a lovely weekend. God bless you. You're welcome. Thank you, Adebisi.